Nigga kill over a bitch, but let a rat keep his wife.
Niggas not to fuck with. Showing up. Called me and told me times. Or so
conversation went and what was said.
okay, well, so earlier that day, I had been heard what happened because the hood was talking quick, fast, and hurry. Stuff in Houston gets told quickly. Okay. So later on that night, about 9, 10 o'clock, Wack called me like 3 times, or it was like once or twice. I forgot what it was. I finally picked up the phone. I'm thinking to myself, like, I already know what he's calling me about. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not thinking that when he picks up the phone, first thing he says, "Man, my back door ain't picking up the phone." I said, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Man, do you know what happened out there?" Then boom, I tell him what happened.
Now hold that thought, because I'm going to play a portion of the conversation. Here it is.
You called me and told me exactly who shot him. Nigga named Ken.
So is Ken a young nigga or old nigga?
Ken is the nigga that's always with Jay Prince with the nigga named Stay Down. Stay Down say to Ken. Stay Down calls Ken his son, but it's really not his son. The nigga that shot at him, Ken, is the nigga that took Steve Francis' wife. He's married to Steve Francis' ex-wife, the lady bitch named Shelby. I don't think he actually tried to hit him. I think that nigga was outside showing out. And then just shot at, I don't know if he, tried to shoot. I have no idea, but that's who shot, though. Nigga named Ken.
What's his Instagram? You sent me.
I just sent it to you, 713 Ken. What happened is that when them niggas knew he was there, the word is that Jay Prince is on the phone with them niggas telling them niggas not to fuck with him.
Charleston just be popping this shit, right? Charleston then diss these niggas. He don't even know these the niggas who hoodie this because they crip niggas, right? With me in Florida. And they eyes lit up when they saw Charleston. And I simply took my hand across my throat and said, it ain't happening. And them niggas went and sat down, and Charleston never even felt a bit of tension. Let me tell you why Charleston is one of the most dangerous niggas on the internet running the streets. A, you can't call him a snitch. Why? Because he's telling you what he gonna do. B, he ain't scared to talk his shit. So now,
they said that nigga talk so bad to them niggas outside, dog. They called them all niggas, like all type of bitches and hoes.
Who did? Charleston did?
Yeah, bro. They said 30 niggas surrounded the nigga, dog. And they said that niggas talk bad to every last one of them from the door all the way to the car. They didn't shoot at the nigga till he stayed off of the... Yeah, the nigga called me and told me exactly who shot him. Nigga named Ken.
So,
hey, y'all. So this little situation right here, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I didn't know that was Moses Malone Jr. that was on the phone with Wack. Now, Moses Malone go on to say that he is not Wack's backdoor connect. But the way this conversation sound is very telling. You see what I'm saying? It's telling. If you talk to him on this level and let him know as soon as he asks, hey, what's going on down there? You spit this out. How am I to believe you not Wack Connect? You not the backdoor connect in between the info that he get about Jay Prince? How we gonna look at it like you not the backdoor? Listen to how you explaining this to him. So if he called about anything else, you're not gonna have a problem explaining to him what and how and where things is happening at, nigga. But I'm gonna say this. Even though you full of information and you Wack backdoor, I still ain't got no problem with you telling, nigga. Cause you a civilian. You just a civilian that get a lot of information. I ain't heard nothing about you playing the street game. I just hear about you getting a lot of street info. And that's the truth. But let's continue.
So that's a portion of the conversation. It's Tasha K. She chopped it up. So in the conversation, because I've heard the full conversation when. So what happened is that you were on the phone with Wack. He called you. You didn't call him.
Yeah, he called me.
Okay. So you got the floor, brother.
Oh yeah, he called me and he called me and basically I didn't know Charleston White was on three-way talk, recording because that's what happened. I'll tell you now, Wack didn't record the conversation. Charleston White did. I've seen the video that Charleston White put on his page showing himself recording the conversation. The problem that I had with Wack 100 is that this is somebody that I trusted. This is somebody that I talked to. This is somebody that, I felt like he helped me by getting my story out there with the James Harden shit. So I have no problem talking to him. We've had millions of conversations, right? But I would never think that he would have somebody on the phone, recording me. He could have told me that. He could have introduced me to Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? If I would have known that Charleston White was on the phone, I thought he hated Charleston White. I didn't know they liked each other.
So
I thought they hated each other.
let me
So
ask
I'm
you.
talking to somebody just like I would be talking to a friend on the phone, you know? And for Charleston White to record me and put it on there, it has the people, I see people, oh, he's snitching. How's it snitching? To me, it ain't snitching. You know why it ain't snitching? Because I guarantee you there was 50 other people on the phone talking about the same thing I was talking about, but they just weren't recorded, and nobody has a platform to put it on the internet.
So let me ask you something. You seem to have felt like you could trust Wack, but have you not seen what Wack does to people who think that they can trust him?
You know what? I've never paid attention to that. I don't pay attention to the YouTube stuff. I've heard
Mhm.
things, but to me, from what he showed to me from before, I've never thought I had to worry about a nigga having somebody on the phone
So let
recording.
me put you up on game because you must not know this, and the three of us up here we know, and the people in the comment sections do. This is a classic Wack move because we've seen him do this before. We've seen him call someone with someone else listening in and record the conversation to keep his hands clean. So you can't say he recorded you. Somebody else did. And I'm just going to give you a little piece of advice. I'm not telling you what to do, but that's not somebody you trust ever.
Oh, I mean, I've definitely learned my lesson, but maybe that's my fault as a person because I always trust everybody until they fuck me over. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm. People
Yeah,
got to earn that
yeah,
trust.
exactly. You gotta earn that. But I never thought in a million years that he would do such a thing to me.
Did I just hear that correctly? He said, I never thought in a million years he would do that to me. Hey, y'all. Moses Malone Jr. think he's special. Oh, he think he's special. Let's get back to this.
Well,
And
whatever
that's
they
maybe
said he did that you heard, believe that shit.
yeah. So, you know, my problem is that and I'm not no trying to gain an enemy and I don't want to beef with nobody. I'm not trying to beef with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to beef with Charleston White. Because I know for a fact Charleston White, he Candace Matthews, you don't think that she told him that information before anything? How did Charleston White get that video? I wasn't there. I never sent him the video. I never sent Wack 100 the video. How did they know that? He was invited to Fifth Ward by Candace Matthews. Fuck what they talking about.
So let me ask this question because I don't know Candace, but I have to ask these questions just for journalistic integrity, right? How did you reach that conclusion? Because she said that she didn't invite him, that he showed up unbeknownst to her. That was her.
Man, all she cares about is the views of the followers and attention. That's what she does. Go look at her page. She chases likes. She chases that type of stuff. That's how she gets her attention to get money out of people. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, she knew that. She knew where she was bringing Charles and White. She knows that was Jay Prince's spot. But then Charleston White started crossing her after she left him out to dry, and he told the truth that he lied for her. But I guarantee you this. If them feds ran down on Charleston White, I guarantee they ran down on Candace Matthews. She's a witness. She's right there in the video. She's right there in the video, dog. There's no way that those people didn't see every person. Guarantee you right now, the FBI knows every person that was outside with them that day. Those people don't need to worry about me when I'm saying what I was talking about to Wack 100, because as far as I know, he ain't the police. Far as I know, the feds can't stand that nigga. He taped the fed ladies' conversation. You think they talking to him?
Yeah.
After he taped the federal ladies' conversation?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm gonna eliminate Wack from being a fed. You get what I'm saying? That's my reason. Because no fed is gonna talk to a nigga if he's recording a conversation.
Let me ask you a question, Mo. So after you seen this, like, what was your initial reaction to actually hearing your voice and seeing it being spread on social media, and as well as once you finally talked to Wack, what was that conversation like as well?
At first,
Before you ask that question, shout out to Deontay Moore, 1990, for the thoughtful contribution to the dog. Dante, thank you, brother. Don't let this.
Oh, Dante.
I got you. Come do it.
Dante, you let him pressure you into sending him stuff that day that you seen the Henny gang was putting pressure on him.
It was good quality content when he hears it.
And people know to donate to the Salvation Army. It's the same thing. You rang your bell.
Yeah, shit. That's me. Go ahead, Moses. Sorry. I know you can't take some black people nowhere.
Right. I don't know why you here.
Come on.
Me and Rilla.
Come on. We can't. It's hard. Come on, Mo. Sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, it is.
So the question was, Henny?
What happened?
You asked
the question. The question.
No, I didn't ask the question.
After after you actually seen once you became aware. Matter of fact, just let us know, how did you become aware that it was on social media?
Man,
what was your reaction after that?
Man, listen, one of my best friends sent it to me at 3 a.m. It was like, dog, do you know that these niggas was recording you? And I'm like, what? And I'll hear it, and I'm like, oh my God. So I start texting Wack 100. Like, dog, what the fuck? You had Charleston White on three-way and didn't tell me? And the nigga wouldn't respond. He wouldn't respond to me all day.
Because he put you in a chick bag.
Called him like 8, 9 times, right? Because I was mad to the motherfucker. Then he finally responds and says, man, I didn't know he was recording this. I didn't know he was recording. So at that point now, I'm like, you know what? At this point, the way I see it, I'm going with me. I didn't call a police officer. I didn't call a federal agent. I was on the phone having a private conversation to somebody that I've had plenty of conversations with and didn't know I was being recorded.
Hold the phone. You were on the phone with a federal cooperative.
Okay, well, I have no idea about that, right?
Okay, just so you know. Okay. Right.
Okay, I have no idea about that. All I know, what I do know is that he recorded that lady talking, who was an FBI agent, right?
Right.
That after that, I would never think that he would. Yeah. Okay. Well, I would never think that. So to me, that would say, if my attorney's telling me something or they have told me something, I wouldn't think that nigga's a federal informant or anything of the sort. And I'm just being honest. I'm a person that goes off of, I'm green to that. You know what I'm saying?
Watch this, because somebody tell me, man, say allegedly, dog, because Wack, allegedly, but he's allegedly a agent, but he is for sure a bitch ass nigga. Now go ahead, Mo. Sorry.
Well, let me ask this: you don't think that whole Fed call recording was a play? Because
that's real, and I'm gonna tell you how it's real. You know how I know it's real? because I know that lady's voice. Just like everybody in Houston knows that lady's voice. Okay? I know that lady's voice. That call was a real call.
Okay.
That was a real call.
So when you finally get him on the phone, what was the conversation?
Man, he was deflecting a little bit, but then he was like, man, I didn't record that. I would never record you, bro. Like, this is this. And I was just like, you know what? After a minute, I'm not no confrontational person, right? I'm not a confrontational person. So I'm a grown man. I'm a man on my own. I just said I'm going to handle this myself. I'm going to explain this whole thing how I want it to be done. I'm not going to go back and forth with anybody about it. Hey, man, God put me on this planet to do the righteous things. If people want to do wrong things to me, that's the karma that they'll have to deal with down the line. So I'm going to continue to do my thing, regardless of how anybody feels about it. But as far as that relationship, that's over with. I'll never get on the phone and talk to him again about anything. And as far as I'm going, he can go his way, I'll go my way. But I'm gonna say this again, and I want people in Houston to understand this. And I really want them to pay attention to this. Moses Malone Jr. is not in the streets. The feds are not going to build a RICO case just off the Charleston White situation. I don't know anything about what they got going on. I'm not in the hood. I don't have a back door. But Wack 100 has a back door in Houston that's in that camp that's telling them stuff, and it's not me.